what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to 50 fascinating facts about the USA that you never knew. I'll be the judge of that because I have done quite a few of these 50 facts things, so I probably will know a few, but maybe I won't. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. But yeah, I've just reacted to World According to Briggs and I thought, you know what, let's do another one because I've not really reacted to this channel for over a month now, so that is that. But hopefully you are doing well, and let me know some more videos you want to see in future. Links are in the description to my Patreon if you want to see some more of my reactions that I can't post to YouTube for whatever reason. Movie reactions, TV series reactions, all kinds of stuff. Links are there if you care for that. But if not, let's just check out these 50 facts that I'm not going to know.
Today we are looking at 50 strange and or little known facts about the United States. Now, before we get into this, I got a side note for you. There are some extra strange things that have gone on in this country that I had to take out. Yeah, I went down a long and twisted Google rabbit hole researching this video. There was in total about 20 things that ended up on the editing room floor, so to speak, that definitely would have gotten me demonetized. Maybe I'll make another video with those and put it up on like my blogging channel, or I'll just put it on Twitter. Who knows? If you want to see that one, let me know in the comment section below. Today's video is kind of fun. Some of these things you might know, but I'm sure most of them you don't. But I guarantee you're gonna find quite a few that are really interesting. Got it? Get it? Good. Let's take a look. Number 1, the state of Alaska is big. As a matter of fact, it is so large that it can hold the entire state of Texas inside it twice. Number 2.
I think I've probably heard that fact before. Crazy though.
There's a town in Pennsylvania called Intercourse. Number 3. The world's largest frying pan is in Rose Hill, North Carolina, and they actually use it to cook with occasionally.
They actually use it. Okay, I like that because usually it's like, oh, this is big, but it's for nothing. They actually use it. That's a bit better. That's quite a cool one.
It's not just some fiberglass frying pan they put up for decorations. Number 4, the first
Must be an absolute bitch to clean though.
American flag was sewn by Betsy Ross, who was only paid $1.25 for her work. And even by today's standards, it wasn't much. In today's money, she got paid $34. Number 5, Wyoming was the first state to give women the right to vote. It was in 1869. Number 6, there's a town in Arizona called Nothing. Number 7, the tallest mountain in the United States is Denali. It's actually the highest mountain peak in North America with a summit elevation of 20,310 feet above sea level. If you look at base to peak, because it's the land that it's on is above sea level, it's about 18,000 feet. Number 8, there's a giant ball of twine in Cocker City, Kansas. It weighs over 17,000 pounds. Like most of you, my first thought was, why?
Is that hay? I think, is that hay? Is that what twine is? I don't.
Number 9, the United States is the only country to have landed humans on the moon. Number 10.
See, I find it crazy how no one's even gone to the moon for so long. Like, we've done it all so long ago and then nothing's happened since. That would be so crazy if they'd done it nowadays. I don't know if there's any plans, but I really hope so, man, because that's just one of those things that I want to see. And you want to see the good quality version of it as well, not this stuffy image of video that you can see, right? But you just want a modern version. Oh, that's what I want anyway. Maybe no one else cares for it, but that's definitely what I want to see. But is there plans for that to happen soon? I hope so.
The state of Montana has 3 times as many cows as it does people. Number 11, the shortest river in the world is the Roe River in Montana. It's only 201 feet long. Number 12, the Statue of Liberty was a gift from France that arrived in New York City.
I did know that.
In 1885. Here's the strange thing. It showed up in the United States in 214 crates. Putting it together was going to cost a lot of money New York City didn't have. There was at least 5 other major cities that wanted it that had the money to put it up. New York City was about to lose it. So it sat in crates on Bedloe Island. Giant newspaper man Joseph Pulitzer started a funds-raising campaign that got the money to put Lady Liberty up to where she is to this day. In 1956, Congress renamed Bedloe Island to Liberty Island. 13, there's a town in Nebraska called Monowai, and it only has 1 person. Yes, it's a real town. It's incorporated. Number 14, the United States has the largest number of billionaires in the world. Number 15, the highest temperature ever recorded in the
Death Valley, 57 degrees Celsius.
United States was 134 degrees Fahrenheit. That's in California's Death Valley, and it was in 1913. Number 16, the longest suspension bridge in the United States is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge in New York City, which spans over 13,000 feet. It connects Brooklyn with Staten Island. I was going to do one of my little things where I like to give you the wrong answer, like I was going to say it connects Staten Island to Queens, but New Yorkers lose it if you make that mistake. Even if I say I'm kidding afterwards, they still won't recover. 17, the United States
I'm sure they're not that bothered, are they?
has the largest prison population in the world. 18. The first McDonald's restaurant was opened in San Bernardino, California in 1940.
1940? I thought it was like the 60s that it became a thing.
It was just a single place. It wasn't until 1955 when businessman Ray Kroc got involved and started it on the path to what it is today.
Oh.
19. The state of Maine has the largest toothpick manufacturing plant in the world. Like sleep tonight. Number 20, the world's largest diamond was found in a South African mine and was later cut and polished in New York City. 21, the United States has the largest economy in the world. 22, the first successful powered airplane flight was made by the Wright brothers. 22, the first successful powered airplane flight was made by the Wright brothers in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina in 1903. The strange thing is, it wasn't at Kitty Hawk. It was south of Kitty Hawk at a place called Kill Devil Hills.
It's crazy how much planes advanced from such a short time of just being able to make one fly in 1903. And we got to the point where we are now.
And the other strange thing, most people think it was just a glider. No, it had a motor. 23, the largest ball of paint in the world is in Alexandria, Indiana. You know why? Because that's where it should be. 24, the Grand Canyon was formed over millions of years by the Colorado River. Yes, millions of years. 25, the first public library in the United States was opened in Boston in 1854. 26, the first successful heart transplant was performed in the United States in 1967. I didn't know it was that far back. I thought for sure it was going to be in the 1980s.
How do heart transplants even work? See, this stuff, it's going to creep me out, but I've got to see. How, I mean, I know there's different types. How do heart... Because it's just crazy. In a heart transplant procedure, a surgeon removes the deceased heart and sews the donor's heart in place. He or she then attaches the major blood vessel. Most people who receive a heart transplant enjoy it. Fuck me. I saw a video ages ago of this kid's dad who sadly passed away, and then he started listening to this heart that was given to the person who needed the transplant, and it's just crazy what they can do, man. I don't want to see any blood. If it's going to be blood, then I don't want to see that. I thought it was going to be like just more like cartoon sort of stuff, but nah, man, it's crazy, man. And in the first one, imagine how much you were shitting yourself. I mean, heart transplant in general, you're going to be shitting yourself, but at the same time, if you've reached that point, it's going to be like one of those things that you can't even really think about because it needs to happen, right? But imagine being the first person to have a successful one. Crazy.
27. The state of California has more residents than the entire country of Canada. They have more maple syrup, though, than California. 28. There's a town in Iowa called What Cheer. And it's a fitting name because this place, there's no cheer going on here. It's nothing but boarded up buildings. 29. The United States consumes more chocolate per capita than any other.
I do love chocolate, man. I need to cut it down. I am trying to gain weight, but in general, I need to cut chocolate down because I'm dangerous with chocolate, man.
Country. 30. The highest waterfall in the United States is Yosemite Falls in California. It drops 2,400 feet. 31. The longest escalator in the Western Hemisphere is in the Wheaton Metro Station in Maryland. Number 32. The United States is home to more serial killers than any other nation.
That's not a surprise. Because, I mean, it's one of the biggest populations, but I think it's become sort of not loved, but it's like sort of become romanticized in a sense, where it's like all these films and stuff. So like in China, they probably don't have it because there's obviously going to be serial killers there, and maybe there is more. You just don't know because I feel like the numbers there are just skewed completely. But I feel like because all like the films and stuff, like there's all these horror films, it will definitely play a role in that sort of stuff, right? 100%.
Like way more. I don't know if it's something in our water or what's going on, but we always seem to have a new serial killer every couple.
It's kind of glamorized. again in film, and I will watch these films. I'm not gonna lie and say I won't, because there's an interest in watching sort of these sorts of films. But even in the news and stuff, it's just like it's a different level, you know. But that's possibly why, and again, more people as well.
Years. I mean, we have some that are working all the time, working. That sounds great. But yeah, it just always seems like every handful of years we get some new serial killer that's been at it for like 10 years. 33, the first U.S. capital was New York City. 34, the United States has the world's largest military budget. It's over 800 billion right now. Next in line is China, and they estimate theirs is about 250 billion. And India's after them, and they have less than 100 billion. 35, there's a town in Oregon called Boring. 36, the United States has more tornadoes than any country in the world every single year.
Brutal.
37, the highest capital city in the United States is Santa Fe, New Mexico, at an elevation of 7,198 feet. 38.
And it's really hot there as well, isn't it? Oh, that'd be awful. It's already hard enough to breathe in hot conditions, but then you elevated that high. Thank you, but no thank you. That would be grim for me. Fucking hell.
The world's largest
I thought it was like Colorado or something.
snowflake on record fell in Montana in 1887. It measured 15 inches wide and 8 inches thick. At some point, doesn't it stop being a snowflake and becomes a really nice looking chunk of ice that fell from the sky? 39, the United States has the most airports. 40, the first drive-in movie theater in the world opened in New Jersey in 1933. 41, the
Never gone to a drive-in movie theater.
first person to receive a Social Security check was Ida Mae Fuller, who received $22.54 on January 31st, 1940. 42, the first ever televised presidential debate was between John F. Kennedy and Richard Nixon in 1960. 43, the U.S. rail network is comprised of nearly 140,000 miles of track and over 100,000 bridges. 44, Paul Geidel Jr. He served the longest prison sentence of any inmate in the United States. 68 years, 257 days. Now there's another...
Imagine spending your life in prison for that long. I mean, it's deserved. You must have done some craziness, but... what a waste of life.
The guy that spent more time in prison, but he had been out on parole for a few years, so Geidel spent his time continuously, even refusing to leave at one point. Yeah, they gave him parole and he refused to leave. He stayed an additional 6 years, then finally left to a nursing home. 45, the first automobile accident in the United States occurred in New York City in 1891. 46, the Louisiana Purchase, in which the U.S. bought vast amounts of land from France, costs only 3 cents an acre. 47, Yuma, Arizona's high school team is called the Criminals. The school was established in 1909. Yuma High's mascot came in when the original school building was destroyed by fire in 1910. The school then used the Yuma Territorial Prison, which had been closed for the next 3 years. Classes were actually held in the cell blocks, and assemblies took place in the prison hospital. Because of this, and the fact that a Phoenix newspaper one time called them a bunch of criminals because they thought they cheated in a football game, the name stuck. 48, the U.S. has the highest rate of opioid addiction in the world.
What actually are opioids? They're painkillers, right? They're like really, really strong painkillers. I don't even know. Is it like morphine and stuff? Is morphine... codeine? Oh, okay. So it's some of the stuff's like glamorized in like rap and stuff, and then some of it you get it from doctors and... okay. Yeah, no thank you, man. I'm a clean guy. I do not want any of that stuff. I mean, obviously, if you need morphine and some of them at the hospital, there's nothing you can do, because some things you're going to want to mask the pain. But, yeah, I don't even use like painkillers unless I'm really, really like ill. But even then, I don't really like using paracetamol or ibuprofen.
49. In 1893, there were only 2 cars in the state of Kentucky. They had a head-on collision. And number 50. The United States has the highest rate of teenage pregnancy among developed countries.
I'm sure England is higher than that.
I brought that up in a video a few years back, and some guy argued it was because of bikinis. Yes, teenagers' swimwear is getting them pregnant.
Bruh. I would have been certain it would be the UK. Per 1,000 people, surely the UK is higher. Bro, the UK... it's crazy, right? I remember when I was like 4 years old, and there, or maybe not four, like I don't know, like 7 or 8, and I watched this TV program about this 10-year-old dad. And when I was watching it, I was thinking, well, I'm like 6 or 7 right now, so that's not that young, bro. 10 years of age having a kid. What the hell, man? And this is from the UK. Let me just see, 10-year-old dad, UK. Oh, so he's 25 now. So I would have been 6, yeah, like 6 when I saw it. But I think it was shown a bit after. Yeah, this is the guy. Oh, he was 13. I thought it was 10. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. That's just who the kid is, yeah. And I just assumed UK would be higher, but maybe not. The serotonin boost when I see Briggs is uploaded. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this reaction. It's just a fact-based video on the US, and you can't really complain. But yeah, let me know what you want to see next. And then until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.